The creative differences among the Beatles started to show as the decade came to a close. The band's enormous success was largely due to the collaborative efforts of John Lennon and Paul McCartney, who wrote most of the songs together and are jointly credited as Lennon-McCartney. They were able to bring out one another's strengths as songwriters, and their different styles would frequently converge to form masterpieces. Opposite poles generate electricity. Between John and Paul, the sparks flew, remarked Wilfred Mellers of Music and Musicians magazine about their collaboration in 1972. The poetic elegance of Paul softened John's raging iconoclasm, and the resiliency of John hardened Paul's wide-eyed attractiveness. However, they appeared to have divergent goals and progressively divergent ideas about the style of their music as time went on. John despised Paul's latter work with the Beatles to an extreme degree, as the ECHO has examined recently. He was not a fan of Paul's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, and strongly disapproved of the song Let It Be from that disc. The Abbey Road recording sessions also used this motif. Abbey Road was the band's last album, even though Let It Be, 1970, was their last album to be published. Released in September 1969, after recording in the spring and summer of 1969, it quickly became a smash hit in the United Kingdom and the United States. It was stated that the band's work on Abbey Road was more harmonious than the notoriously stormy recording sessions for Let It Be. The Beatles, 2013. George Harrison had this to say about them: "We did actually perform like musicians again, but Paul and John continued to have disagreements." According to music writer Ian MacDonald, there was a major disagreement between the two when they were recording because John's three colleagues were irritated by Yoko Ono's continual presence in the studio. Abbey Road was also a point of contention between John and Paul. Half of the CD should feature John's compositions, while the other half should have Paul and George's. Like on Sgt. Pepper, Paul preferred a more narrative style. He won that argument, and the album's closing medley has become a beloved feature, which Paul uses to bring his live shows to an end to this day.